Hello and welcome to a little surprise mid-adventure level up. The investigators of open and shut cases are going to make level 5 before they continue on with their adventure. So, we are going to take care of that right now. Everyone have their character sheet, their dice, ready to roll?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, then we're going to roll some dice and see who's going first. That one fell on the ground. We're going to roll some dice and see who's going first. It's Sophia, who is definitely not prepared. So now that you're on the spot, Sophia, what is happening with Ingrid?
I've thought a lot about this because obviously I am the multi-class of this campaign, and if I take another level in Rogue, obviously I get the ability score increase or feat potentially. Not too much else than that at this level, but like it pays dividends, you know. Or I could start building into Bard a bit more and actually put the multi in multi-class. But I think at this point, mid-adventure, a whole other season to go, I am going to recommit to Rogue, and I'm going to take my 4th level of Rogue and get that score increase. So that's a nice 4 for me. I am going to go with the ability score improvement. I want to check something really quickly before I hit this button. I'm going to go ahead and increase my charisma to a flat 16 instead of 15, so that bonus goes up by 1 point. And I'm going to make my wisdom a total of 12 instead of 11, so that actually has a modifier now because I do a lot of insight checks, and that would be super tight.
Fantastic. All right, so one more level in Rogue, bumped up those stats a little bit. Let's... Oh, and your hit dice, what are you going to roll for that?
Oh, yes.
I mean, you're going to roll a d8, but what do you roll?
Let's find out together, shall we? 4.
Whoa, dead average.
Right down the middle. All right. Let's see who's going next now that we have that done. How do you roll a d4 and get it cocked twice in a row? Wally, what is going on with
That's why
Evrard?
you're the boss.
Okay. With Evrard, we can go 5th level ranger, stick with the monoclass, or hear me out. I think I'm going to do a 1 level dip in warlock.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not the only multi-class of the campaign.
There's a lot of choices with Warlock. What are you taking as your pact, as your patron? You have to choose your subclass at level 1. Who do you intend for your patron to be?
Patron will be Kelimvor.
Ooh.
Oh my. I don't
So
remember that.
Okay. Kelimvor is the god of... He's one of the gods of the dead. The dead is a big portfolio in D&D. There's a lot of people sticking their finger in that pie. But he is the one who judges your soul and shepherds you where you're supposed to be. I think perhaps he's most equivalent in like the Greek sense to Thanatos, if I'm
Thanatos
He is a
the-
psychopomp.
No.
Thanatos takes your soul to the underworld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he guides your soul to whichever plane you're supposed to be in.
Yeah, okay, Thanatos works for that.
So he's I think both perhaps like that. Very cool. So what warlock subclass? Tell me you're going the Undying.
The Undying will be absolutely fantastic.
Fight me the worst subclass in the game. A lot of people talk about Beastmaster Ranger. A lot of people talk about the Battle Rager. The Undying is the worst one. I'll fight anyone over it.
Austin's saying a lot of
What if
fighting
I
words
actually
on this
did,
bonus
though?
little thing. What if
Special
I
event,
did?
we just get
Here's the
Austin to
thing,
What if I-
because
everybody at a
Austin just said
convention.
it's the worst, and Wally has a history of proving that any single mechanic in the game can be incredibly powerful if used by him specifically. So this could actually be a great way to change
One of the
Austin's mind.
mechanics is you can reattach an arm if it's been severed from you, a mechanic that only exists on one magic item in the entire game. So if you happen to come across that magic item, you can fix it. Otherwise, it's completely useless. It gives you a little bit of healing that's worse than a 2nd level fighter. And one of the things is if you kill undead, you get temp HP. But DM could just never throw undead at you, in which case that's a feature that does nothing.
But we do
So
know
it's
at
those
least
things that
one
was, like,
undead
made-
besides Lupin.
It's true. So it's one of those things that was just made for, like, special effects and cool narrative moments in a game that is not geared for narrative moments.
They knew they needed the lich, your patron's a lich, and they thought no further than that. Like, why would anyone actually want to play this? Anyway, sorry, Wally, I've been stepping on your moment. What are you picking?
You know what? I'm going to do it.
Hell yeah.
We're going to do it. We're going to do the worst warlock subclass.
There's the undead now. It's the only subclass they've replaced with a better one.
The more
I
Austin
know,
protests, the more
funnier.
Wally should do it.
All right, you're going to take the Undying. Wally, what is your first level ability for Warlock the Undying?
So, the Undying, your first level feature is called Among the Dead. I get the Spare the Dying cantrips, the cantrip, and I get advantage against any saving throws for disease. The other thing is that undead have difficulty harming me. So if they attack me directly with an attack or a spell, they have to make a save or choose different target.
You know what? This is good for this specific final.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wally has immediately found a way to make all of Austin's protests negligible because in this very specific instance, it is actually a good choice.
Never let him know your next
You know
move.
what? Touche. Okay. You're also going to get a D8 for this level. And some spells, a cantrip, I think. So
Yeah, we're obviously Eldritch Blast.
Let's cross all the T's, dot all the I's on this subclass, on this class, multiclass.
I rolled a 4 for my hit dice down the middle.
It's going around.
Yep. We're going to do Eldritch Blast, of course. And
I'm
Toll the
dying
Dead.
to hear that in a French accent.
And then for spells, Armor of Agathis, always.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Armor of Agathis is extremely useful.
Yes. And let's have another person with protection from evil and good.
So
go.
that's 3 of us now.
Yeah.
And
We're
then
all
I
just
was there too.
stacking them on Ingrid.
Ingrid is the most protected from evil and good person to exist in all of Sigil by proximity to these 3.
All right. Did you pick up a cantrip?
Yeah. I picked Eldritch Blast and
Blast.
Toll the Dead.
Naturally.
Yes.
Ooh, Toll the Dead,
Gotcha.
underrated.
All right.
That will be all.
Does that cap off level 5 for Evrard?
That's it.
Whew.
All right, we got 50-50. Here we go. Who's next? Noir.
Okay.
Regale us with the tale of Oobtaglor's level 5.
Yeah. Oobtaglor will be taking their first level in Paladin. No.
Bro, I was so excited.
If we all multi-class,
we're going
then
5th level bard.
One of the
baby.
least paladin characters I've ever seen. You can be a good paladin, you could be an evil paladin, but a paladin without conviction, kind of a squirmy, shapeless.
Just like,
Anyway, go
yeah,
on,
just
Noir.
do whatever they want.
Locks themselves into a specific shape to prove their will.
Yeah. No, 5th level bard. Not. I get one thing at level 5, but it's a very useful thing. Font of Inspiration. On short rests, I replenish my bardic inspirations.
Huge, yes.
I do get a spell as
You get an
well,
extra
and I
spell,
think I will use this my newfound access to 3rd level spells. Aside from the stuff that I can cast from the DOS loot, which some people have noted that they think is a minor discrepancy that I can cast like fly and stuff, but nope, I'm casting it through the loot. It's a magic item. Mm-hmm. I'll be taking because I think this might be pretty important in this upcoming session. Cat nap.
Hell yeah. Love Catnap.
Nice.
One of my
Yeah.
favorite spells.
I guess Wally, you might know 3 willing creatures of your choice that you can see within range. Does that counts yourself, right? Like you can.
I'm pretty sure you can pick yourself. Yes.
You can pick yourself, but it's not you and 3 willing creatures. It's 3 willing creatures. So, but yeah, you could grab yourself if you want to.
Cool. All right, all right, awesome then. And then I have to roll for HP, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, D8.
3.
Woo.
Okay.
So that brings me up to 38.
Still very tanky. All right. With Oobtaglor out of the way, that leaves only our paladin.
Hello.
Red, what are you doing? with your boy.
Well, first I would like to get credit for the fact that I didn't already do this. I am actually upgrading my character sheet in this very moment. I haven't rolled the hit dice even. I just, it took a lot. We had like a 3-week break between recording these sessions. It took conviction. I had to get in character to not break the rules. Anyway, I'm taking my 5th level in Paladin. So
finally, someone's gonna get 2 attacks.
Yeah, right? Because my dad was like, it really does kind of suck that Bileyg has, no ranged attacks. Maybe you should take a level in Warlock. And then after the last episode went up, at time of recording, the last episode that went up was, episode 7 or 8? Anyway, he again texted to be like, I just said maybe just a little bit of Warlock, you could Pact of the Divine. It would be a fun way to reconnect with, your loved ones on Mount Celestial. I was like, Dad, I'm staying on the Paladin track. Power gaming is your dream, not mine. Anyway, let me just roll my 1d10 hit points.
And besides,
10!
You'll just take
Yo! Good.
So what does that bring your total to?
So 38 hit points. That's pretty good.
And, especially because you've been rolling with no modifier. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You're matching with Oobtaglor.
Finally.
You guys are getting hit points.
8 on 4d10.
Rolling 110 was huge for me. But that's correct, right? I did roll the correct die, right? No, I'm second guessing because that was so good. Anyway.
If it was big and round, that was.
Well, the thing is, I have 2
D20.
purple dice, and they're both sitting next to each other, and one of them says 10, and the other one says 1, and now I'm concerned. Anyway, but yeah, a lot of things happen for a paladin at level 5, which is extremely cool. So, let's see. I now have more spells, which is pretty good. It doesn't seem like I need to pick anything at this level, but I do get new spells, which is pretty exciting.
Yes.
So I will just be finding those. And also I now have 2 attacks per action, which is pretty nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The big one.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Oh, my lay on hands pool goes up. Yeah, so that's pretty fun and exciting.
And I believe our proficiency bonus goes up at 5th, right?
Looks like it, yeah.
You guys are getting proficiency
bonuses.
bonuses.
All my spells.
So, yeah, anybody with...
This level 4 to 5, other than level 0 to 1, is the single biggest power jump in the game. So you guys are now operating on a whole
fight the Grixit.
New level. Yeah, that should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Speaking of, we're about to record that, so I think with no further ado, everything updated, we will catch you guys at our next episode. Oh, Sophia's got something to say.
I was just going to say it's on Friday. We'll catch you guys on Friday. But then I realized, what if I forget to post this somehow? And then I was like, well, if I say I'm going to forget to post this, I'm definitely not going to forget to post this. And I'm going to edit out the time that I was very unsure that I was going to remember to post this. So, Austin, please take us out of here before this continues. We really got to play this session.
Would someone please take me out? That would be... we'll check in with Red.
Everything's
and we'll catch everyone on Friday for the final episode of Campaign 2, Season 1. We'll see you then.
Woo!